The question is, do you want to have children or do you want to care for children? So I think what turns on is a narcissistic gene, is a gene to reproduce, is a gene to, is the selfish gene. There's a book called The Selfish Gene.
Mm-hmm.
There's a selfish gene, right, that gets turned on. I'm not sure that's the best gene to listen to in terms of having children. Meaning, I think there's a lot of women. So I know I'm contrary to the pronatal movement in that I don't think every woman should have a child, particularly if her own mother was so damaging to her. I think there's many ways to be generative and have a good life and feel, but having a child because you're afraid no one will take care of you, having a child because you want to have something or someone that looks like you passed down, having a child because everyone in society is having a child and it leaves you out of some club that you want to belong to. These are not great reasons to have children. I think the best reasons to have children are because you really feel a dramatic need to care for someone else or something else. And it comes from a generous place. Generativity comes from generosity, not from the need to receive. And I think that is the difference between the selfish gene and the non-selfish gene. I think the mothers, and you're right, you can't always tell who that person is going to be. You might have had terrible trauma and you have a baby, and that gene of, but there are some, I am going to say there are some precursors. There are some precursors. And those are, I always say to people, on Christmas Day, do you love seeing the expression on people who you give gifts to, or do you like receiving the gifts? Do you like caring for people more than being cared for? Which gives you more pleasure? And I think there are certain precursors in women. And I think we should tell women how hard it is. I think we should tell women how hard it is so they don't have that epiphany when they give birth and go, oh my God, I'm stuck with this person and now I have to take care of it. And instead of the joy that you felt, there's terrific resentment. From the moment that baby is born, there's conflict. So one thing I say to mothers is go to therapy before you get pregnant. Don't, look at your origins and make sure that your origins, or, I'm a psychoanalyst. I believe that people can heal. I believe that when you go, I've treated patients who said they didn't want children, and then they're in therapy for 5 years, and they heal that part of themselves as a child that was neglected or abused. And they say, I'm ready now. I can do this now. So if there's any doubt about your ability to nurture, to give more than take, go to therapy. Check it out, work on that part of yourself. Then when the baby comes, you can have that epiphany, that joyful moment of, oh my God, this person's with me forever, but I'm so excited to do this. As opposed to, oh my God, what did I do?